Hello everyone, this is Lagrav, we're going to ski the Rama Coloir, and this is the crux right here, riding up this little Poma button pole. And here we're at the top, looking around, see nice day, big mountains, and a bunch of people, I don't know where they're going, probably down this part, which is a different way. We went down here, point them downhill on the cat track for a little while, and then I think we'll throw some telly turns here. Yeah, there we go. Just get a little warm up. Then we got to ski on this wind-blown poo, which is why we're on that cat track to kind of skip some of this. You can see it's pretty miserable. But we'll get off this soon. Here we go. Now this is the head wall. The Rama Coloir is about 1,400 meters vertical, which makes it, the couloir itself is bigger than Jackson Hole, bigger than Big Sky, and 4.5 times the size of Wachusett. So, in case you're keeping track, I'm just following my people down here, dropping the knee. We'll do some more of that. Yep, okay, things are good. We'll get into the couloir here pretty soon. I'm looking back up the head wall. It's pretty steep. It's hard to tell on the camera, but good times. Here it got really warm, so I took my jacket off and I was playing with my gloves, and basically my people just kind of rolled out. And I sped this up because it takes a little while. But you'll see here in a second, I'm kind of going fast, trying to catch up. And I find out real quick why it is you need a guide when you go ski places like this in the Alps. Ski, 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 ski. What I didn't realize is they went off to the right. And I'm about to ski over a massive rock climb. Oh, there they are. So what I had to do was some of this, and then I had to do some of this. Eventually I got tired and I decided to walk across the rocks. And they're like, oh, just take off one ski and hop. Well, I was freaking exhausted from climbing what I did, so I kind of walked across the rocks. It's very awesome. Anyway, so if you're going to go here, go with a guide. And here we are. This is, you can see it's getting a little more narrow, a little more steep. And how steep and narrow can it get? Well, you're going to find out soon. Ski, ski, ski. So this is pretty much the weather we had the entire trip. There's my people. And blue skies, big mountains. And here it's getting a little more narrow. Okay. Got my whippet there too, in case anything goes wrong. Hopefully that whippet I can use to stop myself from sliding all the way down. The downside of having it is if you fall with it, you just want to make sure you don't stab yourself in the abdomen, because that wouldn't be good. I'm doing this on telemark skis obviously, but also they're 171 centimeters, which is pretty short and is going to come in handy real soon. You'll see in a second, because it's going to get even more narrow. You see where the German is below me. That's the, besides the Poma, this is the other crux of the trip. There's a little bit of real narrow stuff through some rocks here. So I get turned around. There you go. And I'm going to start sidestepping. And when I get right to it, see how steep it is, by the way I'm stepping here. When I get right there, I kind of stop for a second, because I was thinking about jumping through and turning. And I didn't say that, but Liz there in the green is like, you could think about turning, aren't you? She told me not to. And the reason I didn't realize until I got down is there's a river running right underneath there. And the snow is just hollow above that. So if I jumped and landed, I might have gone right through, which wouldn't have been good. So here I am, kind of carefully stepping through. You can see how my skis are on both ends of the rock here. The guy behind me, Mike, I'll show you in a second. There he is. He's on 185s. So his skis get completely stuck in the rocks. And I'm just sitting here watching and laughing at him. But you'll see, he has to pick his skis up because they get wedged in. He actually got one stuck for a little while. I think right about here. See him. There he is, tugging on his skis to get him out of the rocks. Anyway, he eventually got through. Alright, so we're going back down through that. You see the snow's a little, it's got some dirt and rocks in it that kind of came off the sides, but it's no big deal. It's skied pretty well. Soft snow, real warm weather. So good times. Got another real narrow part here. A lot of people, I think, side slip through here, but I ain't going out like that. So I'll throw some turns in, such as they are. Again, the short skis come in super handy here. It's tough for me to keep up with the other people I'm skiing with on straightaways, wide open spaces, but when I'm in here, I was feeling real solid. I'm getting almost to the bottom here. Here we go. There's one more rock kind of in the way down here that I have to negotiate. You see it coming up. Ski on the rock a little bit. Nice. Eventually I get through here. Yep, just like that. And this bottom part, once I get out of these rocks, was completely miserable snow. I'm not really sure why it was, but it's pretty tough. But anyway, got out to the bottom, and I'll look back up here in a second. There it is. This one on the left is the one we skied. The one on the right it doesn't go through. That's where I was headed when I went the wrong way. And here's the bottom. This is how you mess with your camera and your poles and your gloves while trying to keep up with people. It's an advanced maneuver. But anyway, we skied out of this gully canyon thing for quite a while. We got out to a car and got a ride back to Le Grave. So that's how you do it. We went and had lunch when we got back, and then took another run up the two big gondola things at Le Grave and just had a more mellow run. But that was it. Day 2 in Le Grave.